So, Pastor Juan Carlos, thank you so much for making the time to just kind of talk with us today. Just tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Oh, Drew, thank you for this opportunity. I've been a missionary here in North Little Rock for about. I came here. I came here in 2014, the middle in June, and then we start to know the community, the culture, because here I come from Honduras. Then here is different because we have people from different countries, Latin America, but different cultures. Then 1 year after I was working here in North Rock, we start to have meetings every Sunday since July 2015. I've been planting this church. It's really hard. It's not easy here in North Rock. It's a small city, and also the community, the Hispanic community, is smaller. Then everybody knows everybody. If they have something between them, it's hard, because if you have a bad relation, then they don't want to go to a church where this person is. Then it's really hard here. But we have been working with them, with the kids, especially with a special focus on kids. But about me, you told me about me. Yeah, I married Zaira Mengíbar since 1997, and we have two kids. Maria Fernanda, she's a sophomore at Jonesboro University, and Jose, he's a sophomore at North Little Rock High School. And we moved here from Honduras directly to plant this church at North Little Rock. I left all my previous life behind, and I started to serve the Lord. I was involved with the church since I was a kid. Probably I was around 10 years old when I became Christian in a Baptist church in Honduras. And then I started to serve in a new mission. In this mission, I have the opportunity to go since the very beginning because I was a little kid. My mom took me with her, and we started this mission that later on was called Iglesia Fuente de Luz. It's a fountain light church. And then I served there my whole life. I was elder since I was 21 years old. And we have a lot of work to do over there. But then God moved me to Mexico in 2008. I become a consultant for the United Nations in the energy unit at Mexico. Then we moved there with my family, and we planted a church over there in Mexico, in DF, in Polanco City, one of the really fancy neighborhoods in Mexico, DF. And then we moved back to Honduras. And when I was in Honduras, I applied for a work. Then I moved to El Salvador. I was in charge in Honduras for the long-term expansion system of the electrical system. And then I moved to El Salvador to do the same for the 6 countries of Central America. I was doing really good when God called me to be his missionary at North Rock. At the same time, the U.S. embassy called me because I had pending a process to become a resident here in U.S. Then that was a coincidence that I went to interview at the U.S. embassy, and I received a call from a former pastor for me. He asking me, "Hey Juan, you have a call for being a missionary. We need to plant a church at North Little Rock." And then I'm here. God moves everything. I came here as a resident and as a missionary. I left all my life behind. I'm being here working with the Hispanic community since that moment. Yeah, it's really a blessing to be a servant of God, working with all the Hispanic in this community. It has been a blessing. But as I told you at the beginning, it hasn't been easy. It has been hard work, really hard work. I've been looking for how to approach to the community. I've been looking for an opportunity to serve them in the community because it's not easy to plant a church here in North Rock. And then that's when you guys came. God called you to help me, and this has been amazing. Has been really amazing. You have been providing us with different resources to reach the community, and that has been a really huge blessing. You know, we have called this year, 2021, the harvest year for the growing Christ Church because we have been planting in this field for 1 year since the pandemic. And I believe this is going to be the harvest time. And you have a very important role in this mission. You cannot imagine how blessed has have been we have been with you with your work. Yeah.
We are very fortunate to have met you well before COVID started. And once again, you said growing in Christ, Creciendo in Cristo. Is that correct?
Exactly, Creciendo en Cristo.
Now, tell us a little bit about your church. You're up in North Little Rock, the Levy area, but tell us a little bit about the uniqueness of your church.
You know, we have people in our church from Honduras. I am a Honduran too. We have people from El Salvador. We have people from Mexico. We have people from Chile. We have people from Guatemala. And then it's a mix of cultures. Close countries, only Chile is in the south. The rest of the country that have a representation in our church are from Central America. And you know, the people in our church is the same people, Hispanic people in US. They are really hard workers, you know, and for them it's very important the work that they are doing. And if they can work, if they can have 3 works during the week, they will get it, you know, because they work and work. Because of that, they don't have free time. They don't have free time to study the Bible. It's hard for them to make a schedule in their life that they are going to go to church on Sundays or have a disciple meeting in the middle of the week, or being volunteers in these programs that we have to help the community. But when the pandemic came, it was really hard for them because a lot of them lost their jobs. Then they were without food, without money. They were in need, in a huge need. Then that's when this is the point when God started. No, he was working in their life, but in this moment, it was a really hard moment for them. They have an open mind. They have an open heart. They were in a really huge need. Then we start to go in with my wife and me, start to go to different houses from the community and also from the members of the congregation. We start to visit them, providing them some food and providing them some stuff that you gave us. And then they realized there was a group of five ladies that they were in a kind of quarantine without having the COVID, but they were afraid of the COVID. They didn't go outside. They were in their houses with their kids, with their families. And then we start to knock their doors and say, here is something for you. And they said, oh, thank you very much. Then next week we went to, and they say, okay, I'm afraid to get the COVID, but these people are going to the community, different houses to help people, and many people is in need right now. Then they said, I want to be a volunteer like you. The five ladies decided to become volunteers. Then They saw the need that they need people, strong people to pick up the things and deliver the things, the big stuff, heavy stuff. Then they invite their husbands to join the group. Then we have 10 people automatically. And then the Jews in my church, they were, enthusiastic about this because this was on summertime. They have time to do it. And then we start the movement to help the community, and they love it. They enjoy it. And you know what happened? There is something I want to share with you. We have a big line of cars around the building of church. And there was a lady that she saw the ad on Facebook, and she came to the temple to pick up something for her family. And then she was making a film that she shared with us, that film. And she was saying in her film, oh my gosh, these people, we don't know these people. And they are risking their life for us. Why are they doing this? This is a really good people, she told me. And then she was impressed. All the people working, as little ants to put in food in different boxes, to put different things in different areas. And then she was, amazed about that. And then when she came to pick up her food, that why are you doing this? She asked us, and then we told her, because God loves you, and God told us to do this for you. And she got impressed. She got really impressed. It was around 1 year ago, brother. You know what happened 1 week ago? Last week, she became a Christian. And today they are having her first disciple meeting. Not only her, 3 other ladies, the same story, the same thing, because they start to receive different stuff from the church. They create a good relation with the church, with God. They open their hearts, they open their minds, and now they are Christians. And my wife is right now leaving my house because she's going to have this disciple meeting with these ladies, new believers. That's amazing. I was at the phone talking with an old member of the church. He has been with us for around 3 years, and then he told me, Pastor, it's amazing how God is working at the church. We have a bunch of new families, people getting discipled. Then this is amazing, and the worship was marvelous last Sunday. This is the environment that the church is having, because the church is serving the community. The church is obeying God. Is doing what the church is supposed to do. And then this is something internal in the church that is growing. We don't know where is going to take us, God, where God is going to take us. We don't know exactly. Just we are His servants. We are obeying Him, and I have a lot of projects in my mind, but I don't want to do my projects. I want God projects.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I don't know how long will take us, but I'm enjoying this because the church is a kind of revival, and the community knows the church now because, our temple is not located in a very good place. It's in a hole. Mm-hmm. If you drive through Pike Avenue, you won't see our church unless you are very, how said that details. You are looking for details. You're going to see the church is in a hole in your right. If you're coming up to the north, then there is not a place for a church that want to be seen. Then it's hard to get the people to our temple. But now, through Facebook, through our webpage. The people can locate us and get the address and go and pick up some. People was, very, very, very thankful with us. For example, yesterday night, you guys, you provide us with a dining table. And we have a lot of families that they don't have a dining table. But we were talking, oh my gosh, which family? I don't know. We haven't decided yet because we had many families with just one dining table. And then at the end, we decided for this young couple, Nerlin and his family. This her wife became to Christ around 1 month ago, and God is working in their life. And then we decided for them, and they came to pick up this dining table yesterday night. We didn't give them only the dining table. Hey, here is some carpet. Would you like this carpet for your bathroom? And he was, yes. Hey, we have some curtains. Would you like to have this curtain? Oh, of course. And here, we have some towels for you. And everything, my wife select everything that matched, to help him with his bathroom too. And he was amazing, He was really thankful, really thankful. And you know what happened? His mother called me, Pastor, Nerlin is really happy, extremely happy. And he is very thankful with the church because you provided for them. Now, and there is a moment that Nerlin is going to come to Christ. We don't know when, but we are, preparing him, preparing his heart, preparing his mind, to be open for the moment that God is going to provide us to share the gospel with him. His wife already came to Christ. Just a matter of time, brother. It's a matter of time. He's going to become a Christian. I believe that. It's amazing how God works in the community. Yes. And this is my church.
And we love that. We love that. And even before COVID, you guys were out just feeding kids, meeting the needs, and we were so thankful for that. I think a lot of people don't realize that when the stimulus checks came out and the unemployment money came out, if you don't have all your documents in order, a lot of these families didn't get any assistance. They lost their jobs. There was no safety net for them. How has that opened the door for the church?
You are totally right. I can tell you, the only family that received the stimulus check in my church was my family. But then none of them received the stimulus check. It was it was a huge opportunity for us to be insignificant as a church for them. And they saw this like God was providing them with food and different stuff. They saw that the care of God for their families. This is something really amazing. And you know what, Drew? We were thinking last a couple of weeks ago, our church doesn't have the resources to do what we have been doing for the community. We don't have the resources. I believe that God opens door when we don't think they are, and you guys, and there is another institution that had become a partner with us with these communities, and it's amazing how God is working in the community. And as you told me, most of the Hispanics, they work in restaurants, hotels, and then they clean houses or clean offices. That kind of job were the first that they closed it. They stopped working, and they were without income. They need to pay rent. They need to pay. Our church also. What we do sometimes when the situation is really hard, we provide some cash sometimes to the people that is in really difficult time. And but we don't have too much. Then with a leader, we help some of them. But as I told you, I'm repeating right now that this has been a huge opportunity. But you know what? You need to be willing to do the step of faith. You know, because this opportunity was provided for many churches, many Hispanic churches in Little Rock, and the only 5 churches start working at the very beginning. Only 5 churches, and we have a bunch of churches, Hispanic churches here, but only 5 churches were willing to take this challenge with them. That you need to be open. Sometimes your plans are not certainly God's plans. And everything changed. Everything changed. It wasn't the year that we were planning to do, but the blessing had been amazing because you decided to follow Jesus in his plan. That's something great. Something really, really great.
Absolutely. And I think one of the other things you talked about a dining room table, but there's a lot of families you guys have been able to help with furniture. And in particular, I don't think people realize that the Department of Human Services will actually take children away from a loving family because of poverty, not having the right bed or those things. Tell us a little bit about some of those families that you've been able to help with just a bed, something we take for granted.
That is probably really funny. I've been working with you guys for a long time, probably 5 years. With you guys through Arkansas Dream Center and now City Serve. But I've been in contact with you. I've been connected with you a long time ago. But also, as a pastor, when we have a new superintendent in the North Little Rock School District, I needed to talk with him. I wanted to share with him my point of view about the Hispanic community. And then I make an appointment with him. He was very gracious with me. He gave me the appointment. I would have a really nice talk like you right now in Zoom. And I told him, I have 13 kids from North Little Rock School District. They are sleeping in the floor. And most of them are receiving virtual classes. And they don't have a desk to work. They don't have a dining table to work. They are working in the floor. And he was very, very, he understood the situation. And then he told me, I'm going to get that bed for you. And I'm going to get also the desk for that kid, for those kids. And I said, I will appreciate that. And you know what he did? He called all his contacts around Little Rock and North Little Rock. And one person from the police department of North Little Rock contacted you guys and asked you for beds for this kid. It was amazing. And then at the end, CityServe came to help me providing beds for these kids. Also, other companies provide some beds. But this is amazing how these kids now have a new bed where they can sleep. And then, when the people saw that we provide the bed, some people start to ask us for more beds. We said, okay, we are going to add you in a list because we cannot promise to you, but now we have a new list of beds, people that is sleeping in beds. in the floor. I'm sorry. These people are sleeping on the floor. That everybody thinks that everybody has a bed, but that's not true. That's not true. And then also this the superintendent of North Little Rock provided us with 30 desks for the kids. 30 desks, brother. We we gave away that desk, and the people was really thankful with him because of that. This is amazing how God works among the community when we have the courage to tell the people, the right people, the needs of the others. That's something that God impressed me every day. Every day He has something new to show me about Him, His character, His way to love the community and provide them. And as I told you, now is all every week. Every week I can see new believers at the church. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And that's really what it's all about. And I think that's one of the things that's so amazing is to see Jesus met the physical needs of people and how much more receptive they were to the word and to something that's going to change their life when he met that physical need.
And that's something is very important. We need to understand this, that if you provide one box of food one time, and then you want to share the gospel with them, probably you won't be too successful. But if you provide a box of food one time, next week you provide another box of food, and then the other week, every 2 other weeks, you can provide a bed, and then after that, 1 month ago, you provide something else. Then they are going to see you that somebody that cares for them. And then in the long term, you are building a good relation. What happened at the end? They are going to come to you. You don't need to go to looking for them. They are going to come to Jesus because they have an experience with the love of Jesus. You don't need to tell them about the love of Jesus. They are really experienced that. And then they want to know, what do you have for them? And it's amazing. It's amazing. Let me tell you, Drew, that took a year of serving this community to have this time that we are enjoying right now. It's not easy also because to have the volunteers for 1 year is not easy, brother. And you know what? Some of these beneficiaries has become volunteers. This is amazing. You know what? We start to ask them, hey guys, we need some volunteers. Really? I can help you. I can help you. And then that's something really good. They become volunteers. They start to work for others. And then suddenly they are ready to become Christians. Nobody is going to, if you don't do that, you won't understand.
Yeah, absolutely. When something changes in everyone when they serve another person. And a lot of times I like to look at it. We move from being a victim to a hero. And that totally changes our perspective because Jesus came, he didn't die as a victim. He died as a hero. And that's the perspective that when they get that, then they can relate to Jesus.
At the beginning, they came for help. Now they are part of the solution for the others. And then this is amazing how God changed their mind, And yesterday night, a lady came to the church. She brought her kids 5 years ago for a summer program that we have at the church. And because of the Facebook post, she came to pick up some food on Tuesday night. But yesterday, she called to my wife and asked, Miss Ira, I knew 3 families that they are, without food. They are in hunger. And then, can you provide us? Can you provide something for them? And we start to look how to fill this need, because this is a good opportunity. This is a person that was in need, that she was looking an opportunity to serve others. And we start to look how to give something for them. And then she came and she told us, and she reminded our mind that she was one of the person that came 5 years ago with her daughter to receive to register her in the summer program. They have a splendid week with us, But that moment, Drew, I don't know if you remember, we provide for the kids the breakfast and the lunch, the 5 days of the week, and they were with us from 7:30 to 1:30 p.m. I believe there is no church that do that, but we were doing that, and these people was really impressed with that. And then she came back and she was looking for to help some people that she knew that they were in need. This is amazing. I love that. I love that. And she don't claim to be a Christian. That's. But I believe God is going to touch her.
Absolutely. Give it a little bit more time.
Exactly. It's a matter of time. Yeah. It's a matter of time. Yeah.
So this is all exciting, and we're getting to hear this. And during this time of COVID, a lot of churches have had to kind of shut things down. But your church is actually growing during this.
Yes, it's amazing because, because we keep working. It is the time to serve the community. The community is in need. We cannot close our church. That's the moment that the community needs us outside. You know what happened? There were somebody at Facebook, a friend of one of the church members of our church. Then he was criticizing the pastor. Where are the pastor? Now is the time to see them. Where are the pastor? He was saying on Facebook, and then she responded him. I don't know, but my pastor is working. He's outside providing food, providing this and providing the other. He told she was very proud of her church, because of that, that's the moment that you are going to be remembered how you react during the hard time, and then that's the moment. This is the opportunity that you have as a church, in the community. And then if you lose this time, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be harder for you to reach more people. It's going to be harder. Then if you haven't been involved yet in something, in a program to serve the community, don't lose the time. Start now because the need is right now. Then we need to start doing something for the community. And my church at Northern Rock is not enough for the need. If there is a pastor, that you don't need to be Hispanic. There is a need. We are serving, all not only Hispanic, all the community. We are serving all the people that we have some elderly people in the community that we have identified, Hispanic, white, African American, everybody. We are serving them. They know us. I'm not a pastor for the people that go to my temple. I am a pastor for my community. And my community is in need. We cannot be at the temple. We need to be outside of the temple. This is the moment to be outside. I believe not only now, always we need to be outside of the temple. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other side of this is that's been exciting to see. When the first time I saw y'all take delivery of a semi of the Farmers to Family food boxes, you had churches that were lining up and they were loading up food to take to other churches. It wasn't just about your church. It was about the kingdom.
Exactly. That's the way that we need to see this. We are the servant of the same king, and we are brothers, each other. We need to support us. Sometimes I can share with others. Sometimes I go to pick up on other temples, not always you are going to be the hero, you need to be the servant, and go and pick up something for the people that you are serving. Then, yeah, we need to see that in that way. There is one church, you know, uh, there are many local churches, but the church of we, God has only one body. We need to think about that. And I can work with churches from different denominations. We won't lose the time talking about doctrine. We are going to serve the community and earn the opportunity to share the gospel with the people. That's what we need to do.
And that is just one of the reasons why we've enjoyed working with you for so many years, is just your passion, not for your church, but the community. And we're so thankful for you. We're so thankful for the commitment you've made. Not many people think of being a missionary to the United States, but we're so thankful you took that call and you came here, and what you're doing. We're super proud of all of the great things you guys are doing to serve your community.
Thank you, Drew. I believe this is an opportunity that God gave me. I will lose the time. I'm going to obey Him. If He's going to keep me here in North Little Rock for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, for 1 month more, I'm going to do it. Excited. Because I want to obey Him. I don't want being outside of God's willing. Oh my goodness, I don't want to be that guy. And the other thing that we are, we in our church we have a system that ensures that we are going to replicate this that we are doing here in North Little Rock in other cities, and then we have a discipleship program and a training program, because we want to plant churches in other cities and then in other countries. We understand exactly what Matthew says at the end of this book. Going for all the nations and share the gospel, making disciples. We want to do that. And that's what we are here, brother. If we need to go any other place, we are going to move. Just what we want is to be in the will and in the God's willing,
So,
and thank you for the opportunity, brother. Thank you for the opportunity.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. And so, you have a blessed day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all you're doing.
You're welcome, brother. And let me tell you this: you are a blessing for me too. You are a blessing for the community. Keep doing your good work, because many people has been blessing through your work, brother. God is using you, and I pray for you that He's going to reach you, He's going to lead you, because you are obeying Him. You are His servant. And then, brother, we are working for the same thing. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless your ministry.
Thank you so much.